a lot of the things that were going on in there was talking about this idea of like, look, we forgot we couldn't do social media regulation. Do you think this is going to happen? Do you think they're going to do regulation on AI? And if they don't, how do you self-regulate?
Yeah, I hope that they will. If they
don't,
seem sincere, and if they don't, then the industry does what we think we should do anyway. We can't control what every player does. We've said a lot about the things that we want to do, that we hope other people will do. And I think on the positive side, the industry does take the gravity of this very seriously, but I still think we'd be all better served by the government.
How fast does Congress have to move on this to keep up?
I think it's more important to get it right than to move super fast, although, I don't want to. If it takes a decade, that would be a bad thing.
But the EU's doing it now.
How quickly could AI, you think, become self-aware if Congress does not regulate? I think a lot of folks at home are wondering.
I think there's a huge amount of speculation on that question. I think it's very important that we keep talking about this as a tool, not a creature, because it's so tempting to anthropomorphize it. I totally understand where the anxiety comes from. I think it's like the wrong frame, the wrong way to think about what's happening.
Is there a chance that you could lose control of ChatGPT?
Sorry, what did you say?
You mentioned the possibility of a global governing body for AI. That's really curious to me, and you mentioned that it sounded impractical. What's your vision for it?
I think it's really important to try to figure out. I didn't mean to say impractical. If I did, I misspoke. I meant to say that it's difficult and that it sounds like a sort of naive thing. We've done it for other industries. I mean, the IAEA did it, and I think this is a technology that we should treat with that level of seriousness. So, although difficult, I think it's important to try to start the conversation on it.
So, the G7 leaders will discuss about the rulemaking of AI this week in Japan. So, what do you expect for Japan as a chair of G7?
I'm not close enough to that one to have a meaningful comment on how Japan is thinking about it. I had a great time there a few weeks ago. I'm going again in a few more weeks, but I don't think I could speculate on it with any accuracy.
Yeah, what do you expect for G7 leaders' discussion on AI?
That one I think I know even less about, but I'm looking forward to hearing what they talk about.
How is ChatGPT going to help the creators?
I think it's really helping the creators. I think it's amazing to talk to creators about how they're using the current tools. People talk about it as like the most important creative tool they've ever gotten used in their new
What's
career.
the one thing you're not seeing them do with it that they should be doing?
I mean, there's so much happening. What's the one thing? I don't know. It's really remarkable to watch what's happening already.
Can you give me an example of what you mean by scary AI?
Sure. I mean, an AI that could help design novel biological pathogens, an AI that could hack into computer systems. I think these are all scary. But these systems can become quite powerful, which is why I was happy to be here today and why I think this is so important.
And
I can probably do 2 more minutes.
What do you think of the EU law?
What do I think of what?
The EU law.
All right, I'll wrap it up real quick. The EU law is it's still going to evolve a lot, right? And I'd rather wait to comment on it until we see something.
Other languages,
control of ChatGPT.
Non-English languages.
Sorry.
All right, I'm sorry.
Is there
We're
a
really
chance
late for
you could
another
lose
thing.
control
Nice
of
to talk to all of you.
ChatGPT?
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much.